The story cometh, so shall it be told. Into where the side of Abigail Tandoh ekunu, I no other than Antoine Dume. Just a weekend unity, a friend of Tony Dume. I hire Gossips 24 because Tony's story and also very interesting message. So be me a subscribe button so no click a bell notification icon so. Now that my follow your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter at gossips24.com, any Gossips24 TV. Now feel free. So bet you your comment section or share video so I'm a for so any be a share. It's here go straight to the story. There's a Tony Dume about share on social media. So there's a Tony no other than Afiba Tandoh ekunu. Just some of you bring up bisa question say oba worry for there. Eba they say na utumi di wadan for echiko PMU in Nigeria. And all this stems from a chat. Just a course between Afiba Tandoh down for our friend Celine into Dimi just on no Nigeria ni. Any papa ya just allegedly or kidnap your mom just hamid a panatranum or insedum. Or you no other than Andrew Amechi. Now chat no started from the 20th of April. Just so to say Andrew Amechi no SND message Edema Celine no say, can you come to Aba? And I just on that same 20th of April in 5:56 p.m. Andrew send the man. Celine say, how much will you and your friend want me to compensate you guys to spend some time with me? And then the 23rd of April, and then Celine reply Andrew say, chat me on WhatsApp. I don't discuss this here, you get. Good morning, dear. And then the 23rd of April at 4:43 Andrew reply, but I know I'm about screenshots in the emo. Now, so here profile picture now, the same as Celine profile picture now. Just say chat ne share on the 20th, on the 27th, and omushia Andrew or Aba. Just say no or Abia State or Nigeria. Somebody a mabi ayera. Now so no. Abigail Tandoh kuno Tony Dume say ono de ohun say nkomo na akoso social media so yi na no Andrew no a psychopath na sankofo no betumi a hye adwuma to obi so because odwe won tia say ne yire say 1 million naira nti ne yire say be ekoton na akoso akuma for 1 million naira ene ka wiase asai onje ne yire ti de nanso ono de ohun say ensem ekoso social media so yi na ne nkomo bebre na no Andrew na said that plan say ne o de be change the narrative no the ensem no on jindi
knows the person who asked me to get 2 million naira or like send 2 million naira to him was Darlington, which is the boyfriend of Blessing, and Blessing is the friend of Afiba and Celine, and he was always calling me twice or thrice a day asking me not to mention his name into all of this. So why did he ask me for that? I'm very sure he has very good connections. I don't know if he's a politician. I don't know his family name, but I can get all these details. I was pressured a lot to send this amount so he can send the squad to the to Aba or whatever it is, and they can take custody of Andrew. Because the Aba police, obviously, they're just ridiculous. I've been calling them, speaking to them, trying to do my best, and they tell me, oh, you know what, Celine might be playing pranks on us, and she just came on Snapchat, and none of that is true. None of that is true. She has never been online, and none of that is true. So they were even favoring Andrew all this time. They were with him all the time.
So Tony ebo blessing bidin sa blessing na ye kira ye selling the story ema eja Abigail busuafo e wo Ghana ha say oh omukọ Celine no e kaze bi wedding na sa blessing na sa blessing no ono ne wedding na omo se omukọ no what say oh Nigeria ho no ade so omo sell sa story no e wo Ghana ha say no ono e ho asem na somebody the Tony ka say blessing no a boyfriend aje omusika.
He had his phone in the cell. And this is really ridiculous. No police on this planet would ever do such a ridiculous thing. None of the police would ever do this. He had his phone in the cell. He was well fed. He was well groomed. He was well dressed. And he was doing whatever he wants. And he was watching all the allegations against him. And he was creating a compelling story to the public so he can flee from it. That's why I'm saying all of this is a lie. Andrew has created a scenario in his head. He's a psychopath. The way he laid the ladies, the way he laid my wife. I know how my wife sleeps, actually. This is an abnormal. She's not lying normally. She's not lying normally. Why is her breast covered with the wig? This is really on purpose. It's scripted. It's scripted. It's like a movie. One matter of fact, I just want to bring this up. You know, these mermaids in movies, they cover their boobs with some hair extensions. And so this is what psychopaths do. I've read a lot of books about these kind of people and what can go through their minds. They are smarter than the average people, and a lot of scenarios can go through their minds, and they can really be covering up everything. Why is the nakedness of the ladies not showing in the video? Neither of them. The body is perfectly positioned that it covers Selin's body and it covers her body too, which means he knows he's sending this video to the public, and he knows that this video is, if it's published on Facebook or Instagram, it would be taken down because of nudity. So he covered these things, so this would always be on social media and would never be taken down. These are not only assumptions you're making. The very first assumptions we made since day one were all right. 95% of the assumptions we made about Andrew since day one, myself and Selin's boyfriend, were 90% right. We are not saying we are smart, we are not saying we are investigators, but we just think logic and we want to say the truth. So what has been happening now, there's a lot of dragging, there's a lot of delaying in times, there's a lot of non-taking actions. This Darlington and this Blessing has to be questioned. Why did Blessing flee from Port Harcourt to Abuja when the police asked her to come and give her statement? Why did she flee there? When Andrew was in custody on the 7th of May, on the 8th of May, I'm sorry, he was held on the 8th of May. The police was outside of his house, and they stood up about like 8 hours trying to enter from the building from the top. And he said, if you break the door on me, I will shoot myself. Why would you want to shoot yourself if you don't know that you did something so bad that would take you 50 years in prison to recover from it? Why is the public not asking all these questions? Why is the public not asking all these questions? We have to wake up. This is a full story. It's a made-up story. This guy is a criminal. He's been doing this for a lot of ladies, and he's been covering up. All his neighbors have to be questioned. All his neighbors. The CCTV camera in that state has to be even tracked. There's a CCTV camera in the state where the compound he's in. All that needs to be tracked. All that needs to be tracked. Why is his house bulletproof? Why is the police not asking all these questions? This guy knows what he's doing very well, and he's been prepared for it. Then the video that my wife sent shows two pillows on a chair, and it's like that someone was making himself comfortable, and you could see pieces of plastic broken on the ground, which means some struggling was happening there. Some struggling was happening there. As the first victim that went to testify in Abuja, I don't want to mention her name, she said immediately she entered his house, she got knocked off. He punched her in the face, he started beating her,
Hold on. Sorry, Mr. Tony, hold on. Which victim is this one? The current one that is alive that has all the bruises on the body?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Harrison knows that's not true. We back end know that's not true because we have a video of where that girl was, I don't know what they call it, caressing herself, opened up her clitoris, was doing all sorts. I'm not able to show it on live.
I mean, that's what
she was doing that
said.
comfortably for almost 2 minutes. Hold on a second. And that's why if you were on this live, I asked Harrison that, Harrison, you and I have seen this video. This girl was comfortable, was happy, was smiling. There was no duress, there was no force. So maybe he tries to make them feel comfortable until a certain time when reality sets on them. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So it's not as if immediately the girl entered, somebody punched. No,
that's what
you need to see the video. Give me that phone. I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to show it, but you need to see the video. I can show you a glimpse of it here. So
Please,
definitely,
no need to show
it is
this to
when
the
these
public. I mean,
girls,
we
I
could
think it is
see it
the
in private.
point. See, this is it here. I think it is the point when these girls, this is it here. This is it here. You see it? This is it here.
Yep,
It is
yep.
the point when these girls feel comfortable that he attacks them. I don't think it's an immediate attack. That girl must have felt
That's
comfortable.
yeah.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
I mean, I was reported. That's what she told me herself. So I have no idea if that's really true or no. I'm just giving the public
Yeah,
the truth that
I
I
understand
know.
you. I
You
think he
know,
tries to make them
and
comfortable before he points the gun at them and then, starts to do all sorts.
exactly. So what we want to know, what we want to point at is, um, since that Andrew, I want to bring two things before I close this call. Two things. First, if that Andrew is saying that they left his house, who was viewing my messages sent to my wife? Who was blue ticking me? Blue ticking means viewed the message, read
Yes,
the
reading
message.
it here.
I was sending my wife messages. He was viewing the messages and he was never replying. He was never replying the messages. And that was until he was arrested on the 8th of May. That guy stopped viewing the messages. The day he was arrested, she went offline forever. He was the one checking everything. He was playing. He was
He
trying to
had their
create a
phones.
compelling
Yes, he
story
had
in his
their
mind.
phones.
That's why I
He had
have
their
to
phones.
question
And
Mr. Ben.
I can
Please hold
ideally tell you that
on.
when the police were saying they found the phones in Owerri, maybe he locked them up, went to another location. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? But
Ma'am,
obviously, it is
ma'am.
very obvious that he has their
Exactly.
phones with him, and then he
Exactly.
tries to see what is going on, who is trying to reach out, what he's trying to monitor.
Ma'am,
That guy is a
listen
psycho.
to
He
this.
can sit down to
Ma'am, listen
calculate
to this.
anything.
I'm an engineer. And I can tell you two things from all this case. It doesn't add up. First, you can change your IP address without going to another location. You can change your location where I am now. I could literally put myself in America. Second thing, this car is an E2020 220 Mercedes-Benz 2017. That car doesn't have the technology which is called MBUX of Mercedes, which has facial recognition. That car doesn't have it. It's the low model of Mercedes. It's not the S class. It's the S class and the Maybach that has these options. It doesn't have it. And these people lied. They said, oh, they had to put him in the seat so that the car would recognize him. I'm sorry to say, it's a lie. It's a complete lie. I'm telling you this. This technology doesn't exist in 2017 in Mercedes cars, especially
We
this
believe
model.
you. We believe you.
Going back to the other thing, going back to the like excuse me. So he had their phones. He was creating a compelling story to the public because he knew that what he has done. All right. So we want to know the dates that he sent these messages. These messages, and he said, "Oh, when can you come to this?" And then there's that 1 million naira. Whatever. We want to see the dates because he could have used their phones, chatted himself from Selin's phone, replied the message, chatted himself again, replied the message.
I agree
If you
with
look
you.
at the time,
Possible. I agree with
look at
you.
the times. These minutes, it's just in the same minute he's replying. And those are not replies of Selin. I spoke to a family, I spoke to a boyfriend. She doesn't reply that way. That's an English reply from an English man. That's not a Nigerian lady's reply.
Okay.
Nigerian ladies reply a certain way. This is a clearly English reply. He was the person doing all this. And let him bring it up. Let him bring it up. Let him bring it up. I'm very sure that a lot of things we don't know about Andrew, but I can really assure you, he wants us to see what he wants us to see. He is creating a story and he's showing us what he wants us to see. He's preventing us from seeing the truth. So back to the 6-day whatever journey, I was asked from Mr. Darlington, which is Blessing's boyfriend, to send 2 million naira to him. And he said that he has contact with the IGP people. And I said, all right, if this will bring my wife in selling, I'm ready to do that, mate. So, um, um, and then we went on and saying, like, you know what, we already spent an amount that we sent another squad, and we weren't able to do that. So please send the squad, and then we will send you the money back if this brings an outcome. So he stresses me, he puts pressure on me. He calls me 3 times a day. When are you going to send the money? When this, that? Then he goes and transfers the money himself. I don't know if that 2 million naira was even transferred. But all I can tell you, after he transferred the money, he was pressuring me to not mention his name and not mention and bring his name in this. He was always constantly calling me, please don't bring my name in this. I don't know who's involved in this. This could be bigger than me and you. I don't know why Blessing left and fled from Port Harcourt to Abuja. Why did Blessing flee that day? Why did she write unknown criminal when that guy was in custody? He was in custody.
And he used
that paper was published on the 10th of May. The allegation was published on the 10th of May. How, and Andrew was on the 8th May held with the police. How did you write unknown person? Why would you do that? You know who's the guy. You know his name. You know his family name. You know everything. And the IGP in Nigeria, how would they publish something where it's written on it unknown? I want to ask this question. How would you publish a whole allegation against an unknown
and the
person?
guy was already in the police custody in another state, and they are writing a petition to Abuja, and they are putting unknown as if no arrest has been done. I'm getting what you're saying.
I want to ask you a question. Let's be reasonable here, okay? Let's be reasonable. How would you ever think the police can catch an unknown person? It's like
someone didn't put his name or what?
Who's the criminal? Sorry, you just tell who's the criminal, and you tell him, oh, it's called X. The criminal is X. We don't know who the criminal is. How is the police going to be able to do this? So this allegation doesn't stand. This allegation doesn't stand. It doesn't make sense, and it was all false and fake in front of the two families to show that, oh, she's doing things. I really believe myself and the families that this Blessing has something to do, and she knows more than what she's portraying.
Do you know Blessing very well? Do you know Blessing's full name? Do you know anything about
I don't know Blessing very well. I don't know Blessing very well. To be honest with you, I've been warning my wife since I met these two ladies that, listen, these two ladies, I mean, selling is, I mean, I don't know them, you know, I don't know them. So I just say, please stay away of these people. Please stay away of these people. And this is just something from, you know, I'm trying to protect her. That's all. I don't know them. I don't have anything against them. I don't have a stereotype in my mind. But please stay away. Don't trust here. Don't do this. Oh, they are not like that, and this and that. And obviously, Blessing, I don't want to speak too much details and reveal things to the public, but I'm ready to
there's a question
open up to the police.
Somebody is asking, and that question is very important. The question is,
please ask.
The day your wife, what's your wife's name? Sorry, Afiba. The day Afiba was traveling to see Andrew, did she tell you she was going to see Andrew in Port Harcourt or Aba or Abuja or anywhere?
Well, okay. Here's the thing. When Afiba travels to another country, she tells me, so of course, she consults me, I'm going to this country, what do you think about this, what do you think about that, and I tell her, oh, this place is this way, this place is, what are you taking with you, how long are you staying? So we do a study, all right? And then she travels to the country. And every time she's traveling from a state to another, she tells me about this. I'm moving now from Lagos to Port Harcourt.
So she gives you a map locate. She tells you where she's going to, but she doesn't tell you who she's going to meet, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. She tells me that day.
But she doesn't disclose who she's going to meet with you. Have you at any point in time spoken to? Maybe she tells you, for example, she's going to America, and she gets to America and you speak to the person she goes to meet, or she does a video call, you know, I'm here, I'm this, say hello to them, how are you?
She does video calls. Yeah, she does video calls with me. She shows me the place. She shows me, you know, a lot of things. I can call her like impromptu, just, you know, impromptu. I would call her at 2 a.m. or 5 a.m. or whatever. Hey, how are you doing? What does it show me around you? I just want to make sure you're fine. And a lot of these things used to happen. So And every time she picks up and everything is safe around her, she's there, or she might be with Selin. So that was it. That was it. So when
this
this
was
came
just
out,
different.
yeah, this is a totally different thing. I've never experienced this with her. I've never experienced this with her. And I'm not defending Afiba. I want to know if she's alive or not. And she and Selin. That's what we want to know. Because a month, we don't have nerves anymore, to be honest with you.
I know.
But what I want to say, my wife would leave Dubai. Oh, actually, she was in Ghana before she went to Nigeria for 1 million naira. Like, for real? Like, I send her money every month, and Karen sends his girlfriend money every month. Not every month, even in the same month, every 1, 2, 3 weeks, whatever. Whenever they need, we send. And we are both working, and we are both non-African citizens. So if these people are saying that these girls are hookups, please, the public and the police doesn't know who's involved in this case. They thought, oh, they're just another 2 Nigerian ladies. I said before, Afiba has 2 degrees. She has a business in Nigeria, in Ghana. She's not a rich person, you know, but she's making it through life. That's what I can say. So if you tell me how much is 1 million naira, even like $600, I'm sorry to say, but it's not even a flight ticket. I'm sorry to say, it's nothing. So if their private part is worth only 1 million, which means each of them is 500,000, then we are in deceived world. That's why when I heard the case since day one from Commander Oracle from the Aba state, he called me. He said, Andrew is saying that your wife, listen to this. He said, your wife asked for 1 million naira. And then Andrew said, it's too much. He cannot pay for it. And then Afiba said, you know what? We are going to say that you kidnapped us because you won't give us the 1 million naira. And then this happened. Now, Andrew, the same person, comes again and send us another conversation with Selin saying that she told him 1 million naira. How is that possible? That my wife said that they're going to kidnap themselves, and the conversation with Selin was a totally different conversation. It doesn't make sense. Because you know what? Because when you lie, somewhere at the point, there's a crack, and you will mess up, and the truth will be revealed. So please always say the truth, because you're saving yourself a lot of headache and a lot of things along the way. Andrew said something on the first day. Oh, that your wife, she requested for that amount and he didn't agree and it was too much. And then later they got angry and they left his house. They left your house without their purse. They left your house without their passport. They left your house without their money. How? How did they leave your house without all these things? What did they use to take a keke or walk or whatever? What did they use? He's a liar. And he's still alive. He's alive. He's alive. This guy is alive. We requested today for the 2 people to go and check his identity. Nobody allowed us to do that. Nobody allowed us to go to the mortuary because this man's body doesn't exist there. It's not there. I can tell you.
Harrison confirmed he saw the body.
Ma'am, he saw the body. It could be just someone else lying down, putting some, color, the red color on his shirt. He saw the body. Did he see the face?
Identified the similarities of what Harrison saw. Ben also confirmed because Andrew did a video call with Ben whilst he was with the police when he was driving. Ben described what Andrew was wearing, and Harrison confirmed what Andrew was wearing, identifying the body.
It's true, all of this, but I can tell you one thing. The police is very smart, and this Andrew is very smart. They could just switch the shirts. They can do anything. It doesn't take them, like, this proof is nothing. Until I put my 2 fingers on his neck, and I see that there's no nerve. His heart is not beating. I would never believe that this guy is dead.
Are you willing to come to
Everyone
Nigeria?
is guilty.
Are you willing to come to
Everyone is
Nigeria?
guilty.
Now, my country said a lot of things are possible in Nigeria. It was a Tony there. Still not in disbelief. What I say, he can't bring himself to the conclusion. Say indeed, Niyere ebetuya bibi etisa because on your say onim Niyere say Niyere to me ye cheap sir. What I say onim Niyere say Niyere to me ye cheap sir. Of course, Niyere kwa chips ne be ni ade on the third obe who on selling in the war ni ade. But sa story we pa de. Who is Andrew na asheda asheshe story no eno ababeton wo social media so because onim de eba nti na washeda ababeton this particular story. Hi Gossip 24 we ayokuno amane a wababebo onso betumi ache wadwen e comment section mu na wa share video so amafofo so enye bi ahwe wakra.